You know you're an adult when you get excited about buying a toilet cleaner. It just astounds me how much of a boring person I really am. Hello friends, welcome to a new vlog. It is Saturday night. It is 11 p.m. and I am so tired. It was not like a busy day or anything. Not necessarily. I got up super early, as one does, and I got a few chores done, and then my mom and I wanted to go to the farmer's market because I haven't been all year and I kind of feel like I should go before they close for the season soon. So we went there and I got a bunch of produce because it looked incredible and the prices literally could not have beat them from the store, and the quality of the produce was just incredible. So we did that, and then we went to breakfast, which was great, and then I needed to do like actual grocery shopping as well, and you will not believe how much money I spent on groceries. You want to take a little gander? Yeah. All right, you got your guess? Okay. I spent $317 on groceries? What? I was not expecting it to be that high, but then again, I did buy some things that I don't normally buy, such as cat litter, and I also bought a bigger bag of cat food. The cat food was $50. Like, excuse me? Yeah, I think I had a mini heart attack when I saw that total. Like, I saw that total as I was ringing things up, and I'm like, oh, that can't possibly be right. Like, it'll go down when I enter my phone number for rewards. I saved $10 today, but spent $317 on groceries. Yeah, so that was extremely painful. Yeah, so that was great. And then after that, my mom wanted to go look at furniture because she wants a new chair for her room, so we just went and sat in a bunch of chairs, which is kind of fun actually. Like, I love looking at furniture. Couldn't afford any of that considering I spent a quarter of what the furniture cost on groceries today, but it sure was fun to look, you know, and I think when mom found something that she likes that we might get her for her birthday. But anyways, and then I came home and put groceries away, and I spent the afternoon honestly just like reading and relaxing, and I did start a new project for tomorrow, which is I'm gonna try making focaccia bread. Never made it before in my life, but I'm kind of just in a baking mood for some reason. So I bought the ingredients to make bread. So I started the dough today because it needs to sit in the fridge overnight. So I started it. Now it's sitting in the fridge, so by tomorrow afternoon I can get crack-a-lackin' on that, and I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully it works. Like, I don't know why I want to make bread. Like, I don't know, just in the mood. I guess because it's like getting really cold. It just feels like the right time to be, you know, learning a new hobby, I guess. So hopefully it's good. But yeah, so I did make a decent chunk of the way through the Thursday Murder Club. Is that the book I'm reading? It's the only book I'm reading. Yeah, that is the book I'm reading. I think I have like 100 or so pages left of that book, so I'm hoping to get it done tomorrow between making my bread and like working out. And I'm also helping my mom set up her new computer because she got a new iMac, and that shouldn't take very long. So that's kind of the plan. So tomorrow I think I have a Peloton ride. I've been really loving doing Peloton rides on the weekends. Like, it's been super fun. Let me find my schedule. Like, I've been loving it. Like, doing a live class has been super fun. So yes, tomorrow at 10 a.m. I have a 60-minute Power Zone endurance ride. So that'll be fun. And then I'll go to my parents for breakfast after that, and then help my mom set up her new computer, which shouldn't take very long. Hopefully I'll be home around like 12:30, and then I could get started on my bread and get my book done and get last week's vlog edited is kind of the plan. So yeah, that's a little update for y'all. I feel like there was more I wanted to say, but really just want to make a statement that dating is really weird in your 20s. It's probably weird at any age, honestly. I don't think it's exclusive to just being in your 20s, but I just gotta put it out there. Like, this is the first time I've actually put effort into trying to date, and I gotta say it's very strange. Like, some of the comments, some of the things that men have told me in these dating apps is like, do you really think that's an okay thing to say? Like, I literally, okay, so first of all, I had a guy ask me how much I weigh right off the bat. I'm like, kind of made me laugh. I'm like, honey, I think there's a reason why you're single, and it's that question right there, first of all. And then there's just been some weird guys who are just so mad for some reason that I'm interested in like classic cars. You know, like old cars. And I'm like, why is this so pressing to you? Like, why is this offensive to you? I really don't get it. Like, yeah, that's maybe a more masculine thing to be into, but like, why is that offensive to you? Blows my mind. It just really cracks me up though, that these like 24, 25-year-olds are so pressed about me liking classic cars. I'm like, huh? What? I'm just trying to be super chill, and I'm usually not very chill. Like, I'm chill once I'm like comfortable, but like I'm not chill when I don't know how the other person is feeling, and there's just so many unknowns and it makes me not chill. But I'm just gonna relax and keep watching my stupid reality dating shows, because learning a lot about red flags on those shows, and like, this guy's nothing but green flag from what I'm seeing. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm just not used to not chatting with someone every day. If like I'm interested in someone, like I just would want to talk every day. But according to the internet, that is not, you know, the best, or at least not for everyone. And I get that. I truly do. It's just not usual for me. So I'm just gonna be chill. I'm just gonna do my thing, stay preoccupied, and hopefully score a first date this week. But we shall see. I shall keep you all updated, because y'all are like my besties. This is just tea spilling time. Hopefully not literally, because I really do have tea in here, but you know what I mean. All right, so I should probably get to bed, because I do want to get up somewhat early tomorrow. Not like extremely early, because it is Sunday, but I would like to get some reading done tomorrow morning, and also get my laundry put away and all that. And then at 10 a.m. like I said, I have a 60-minute endurance ride, which I'm very excited about. And yeah, so that's the plan tomorrow. Got some working out, we got some bread making, got some computer setting up, and oh my gosh, I just thought of another update that like literally made me think that I needed to talk to this vlog. I just finished Spirit of the North, the game. Made me cry. Literally was crying before this update. That was such a beautiful game. Like, truly highly recommend. I don't know how it is on Switch. I know there is a Switch version of the game. I played it on PC. Would highly recommend on PC. I thought the controls were great, and the graphics were just gorgeous. The storyline was so beautiful, and the puzzles, some of them were like kind of difficult, but they weren't like too terrible. So that's actually the first video game I've beat in a very long time, if not ever. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's kind of embarrassing. Like, I am a chronic video game starter, and I never finish games. Yeah, I know. Probably not great, but I just get frustrated or annoyed that like the game isn't getting done. So like, I don't know, maybe I prefer shorter games, because I think Spirit of the North, I still have it pulled up actually. I think it was only like, okay, it was 6.2 hours of playtime and I beat the game. To me, that's pretty short. And it looks like I'm missing 4 of the achievements from the game, which, you know, so it's not a perfect game for me, which like, whatever, I don't. I don't really care about that personally, but that is definitely the first game I've finished, if not ever. But on the other hand, I do feel like I pick a lot of games that don't end. Kind of, you know, I'm thinking of games like Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley, like games like that. They don't really end. They just are kind of things you just keep doing and playing, and to me that gets really boring. So I think maybe I am a game finisher girly, maybe, hopefully. I don't know. The next game I think I want to start playing is Little Kitty Big City, which is just so fun to say. So I did get this on my PC as well, and I actually had to buy a gaming controller for my gaming computer because it recommended that for gameplay, and so I got this little cute lavender one. It's not a particular brand, but it's very comfortable in the hand. It connects to my computer. It works well for the game. I just played a few minutes to like make sure this worked. So exciting. But yeah. Also, real quick, I got invited to a birthday party next weekend. That is cowboy themed. You have no idea how excited I was for that, okay? I went to Amazon immediately, ordered me a whole outfit, and I'm excited because I don't know where my cowboy boots went. I had a pair because, you know, I'm a recovered horse girl. So I did have cowgirl boots at one point. No clue where they are. I think they're at my parents' house. And they were like genuine leather cowgirl boots. Like real horseback riding boots that I would actually wear riding. And no clue where they went. They probably wouldn't fit me anymore because I got giant feet. Literally, I wear a size 12 in women's. Like, I got big feet. And honestly, it's easier to order men's shoes. Like, I'll order a 10 in men's. They fit perfectly. Anyways, that's not the point of this video. So, I forgot what I was saying. Okay, so I found boots on Amazon that were so stinking cute. And they were kind of bedazzled, which for some reason, I really wanted that. And I found a hat. Hat fits me perfectly. And I got a melon head as my family calls it, and it fits. And I got a belt buckle, and I got this cute shirt that says howdy on it, and I'm just so excited. The only thing I didn't buy is pants because I figured I could just wear jeans. I have lots of jeans. So I'm excited for my Yeehaw boots. They should be here this week. They better be here this week because the party is next Saturday and I have to have those boots because they go with my outfit. Very, very, very worst case, I did see that Fred Meyer's has cowboy boots. You know, obviously not like real authentic horseback riding ones, but you know, ones that look cute. But the problem is they never have my size because I got clown feet. So anyways, this was a really wild update and a really wild start to this vlog, which, what can I say? That's what I do, love. So I should probably get ready for bed. I was super tired and then I beat this game instead because I'm like, I'm just gonna go to bed. It's 9:30. I'm like, girl, sometimes it just astounds me how much of a boring person I really am. Like, I am 23 and it was 9:30 on a Saturday night, and what do I want to do? Go to bed? I am so boring. Like, I feel like I've never had that like rebellious teenager phase where I'm like staying out all night, partying, going crazy. It's like, maybe I should be doing that now. But I just don't got the energy. Like, I don't got the energy for that. So, yeah. Alrighty. I should really go, friends. And try to, you know, get the sleepy vibes going so I can go to sleep and wake up tomorrow and have a productive, relaxing day. That's for truly all you could ever ask for. So, I will chat with you all later. Hi, friends. Looking rough, feeling rough. Guess who got their hopes up way too soon and things are crashing down very quickly. Yep. So, your girl's been ghosted for the 4th time. So, yeah, these guys are making being single so appealing. So, thank you, I guess. But also, why is ghosting so normalized in this generation? I really don't understand. Like, what happened to caring about other people's feelings? Even if you're not interested in them anymore, like, can we just at least pretend? Like, I don't know. Where's the common decency? Where is the common decency? It's not in the room. It's not in the universe. She's out of here. Out of here. Like, I really just don't understand. Like, especially when we have spent, this guy and I have spent 2 weeks almost, going on 3 if he had responded to me at any point this weekend, talking, getting to know each other. Like, you know, we've had great conversations. We've been asking a lot of questions back and forth. Like, it's been very two-sided. Like, it's not just me, it's not just him. It's been a very two-way street. And then all of a sudden, just nothing. Like, as soon as he had brought up, he's like, hey, I really would like to take you on a date. I said yes. I said, that would be great. I would really like that too. Kind of threw around some ideas and kind of was settling on like going out to dinner somewhere. And he said he's not off until this upcoming Tuesday. And then nothing, nada, nothing, absolutely nothing. And like, on the one hand, to play devil's advocate, he does have a very weird work schedule. He works nights and he has to switch to working days at some point, I think somewhat soon. So like, I get that that's a weird schedule, and yeah, that probably makes it really difficult to make plans with anybody. But at the same time, you can at least message me back. Like, you don't have to ghost me. And I really just don't understand why that's becoming the norm. Like, it's not okay. I don't think it's acceptable. And the more time that goes by at this point, I just don't think I am going to hear from him, because I think we were going to talk about when it got closer to him being off to plan a date. So I'm just so annoyed. I'm so irritated for feeling so invested so soon. I mean, I was just excited to like, you know, wow, we're going somewhere. And then it's just screeching to a halt. And then there's guys who just think I'm like a booty call, and I don't want that, you know. It's just, dating is awful. I'm gonna say it now, and it's unfortunate that this is pretty much the only way to meet people. I really truly hate it. And it's been nice kind of chatting with some of my friends in our group chat, because I'm just like, why is this okay? And at some point, like, I'm wondering, like, at what point does it become a me problem? At what point is it me the reason why this keeps happening? But everything online seems to indicate that it never really is a me problem if you're the one being ghosted, like receiving the ghosting, I guess. So, I mean, it's really hard for me to believe that, but I mean, it is them not responding to me. So that seems like a them problem. So I spent the day wallowing, and to drown my wallowing, I made bread, as one does. So I made a focaccia loaf, which actually turned out pretty incredible. It took me all day to make, which was honestly the perfect distraction because I had to focus on it. So like, I'd get like 30 minutes between steps to read or check on my phone or whatever. So like, I would do that, and then I'd have to go check on the dough. So like, I literally spent all day playing with that dough and getting bread made, and it made a huge loaf. I'll pop in a picture because I don't feel like going over to the kitchen and showing you all, but it's really good actually. It's very flavorful. I kind of burnt the garlic, which is what that black specks are, but it still tastes good. And there's rosemary, and it's a very good bread, honestly, and I'm really happy with it. But I'm just super irritated, and I also feel like I jinxed it by talking about it so soon, so maybe I should just shut up next time. But yeah, so my expectations now are just on the floor, but at the same time, I'm not gonna lower my standards for these idiots. Like, oh, I'm just so irritated. I'm so irritated. But anyways, I do want to give a quick update. I have 50 pages left of the Thursday Murder Club. Still not really liking it. I think it's a 2-star for me, but I should be able to wrap that up tonight and then pick up something else. I may start an audiobook tonight because I do have some chores I want to get done tonight. And I'm also going to try to do meditation before bed because I've been having a lot of like anxiety at night and like waking up at 2 a.m. and not being able to sleep because my thoughts are just running rampant. And a lot of it has to do with, you know, being ghosted and just feeling very insecure about that. But I think meditation would really help. I did it last night for the first time on Peloton because Peloton has like meditation classes, and I slept really good actually. So I don't know if it actually, you know, works, you know, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a try this week and try to do it every single night and see if that helps the brain goblins, if you will. So yeah, I'm just super irritated and super disappointed and very upset and disappointed, which is not surprising. And like, I don't know, I just expected better from this guy in particular just because we did hit it off so well and I thought we had so much in common. And I don't know, maybe he's just not ready for this. I don't know. Like, I don't know because he's not saying anything, you know? Like, I seriously would rather him say, I do not like you at all. I would rather receive a text that said that than just nothing at all. This wondering, this thinking, I hate this. I'd rather you just come out and say, you know, I don't like you at all. I'd be like, okay, at least I have an answer. Thank you. I mean, seriously, I am more mad not receiving something than I would be if you came out just very bluntly said, I don't like you. Like, seriously. I don't know what these guys think when they do this, but it ain't acceptable. So, yeah. So I'm gonna go wallow some more while I do my chores and might just listen to some podcasts. I don't know if I feel like listening to a book. My brain is not happy. So I'm just gonna go kind of get my evening chores done. I already did my workout for the day. I kind of might do a second workout, maybe just to keep myself distracted and kind of see what I feel like doing tonight. But I'm gonna love you and leave ya. And hopefully the brain goblins go preoccupy themselves because it's been a real shitty day, honestly. Can I just say how funny it is to me editing last week's vlog, how delulu I am? Like, last week me was just like, oh my gosh, I'm talking to this guy, it's going so great, we're going on a date. And then literally me this week, I'm like, I got ghosted. Like, what? What a 360. I'll tell you what, I swear that's just my life though. Like, I'm on a high 1 minute, I'm at my lowest low the next. Like, it is a wild time over here. So sorry. But we have a reading update. Shockingly, sorry, my camera died. We have a reading update, friends. I have finished the Thursday Murder Club, and I think I'm gonna give it a whopping 2 stars. I am definitely in the unpopular opinion on this book. I didn't really like it. I found it kind of boring. The characters were boring. The plot was boring. I did not care about like anything going on in this book, which is really unfortunate. So book club should be interesting because this was my pick, and I'm so grateful that the book already has discussion questions in the back of the book, so I can just use those for our discussion and then we'll be done with this book. So definitely not a fan, but at least it's finally done. So I'm not currently reading anything, but I am in a fantasy mood again, I'm thinking. So I'm kind of thinking of picking up The Battle Drum, which is book 2 in the Final Strife series. I'm thinking of picking that up because book 3 comes out in September, and I would love to get the second book done and then read book 3 when it comes in the mail, and then that will be a series finished. So I did notice that The Battle Drum has a recap of book 1, which is literally my favorite thing in the entire world. Like, I feel like all fantasy books that are gonna be like more than 2 books should have a recap, because that is just so helpful. Truly, as someone who's really bad at binging series, like as much as I wish I could, I just can't. I just appreciate that so much. So I'm gonna try that tonight and see if that's truly what I'm in the mood for, because I don't want to commit to anything. I'm really just gonna take reading very slowly right now. Like, as much as I want to read as many things as possible, I think I just need to like scale back my reading a little bit and kind of get back into loving it again, because I'm kind of out of love with reading at the moment, which is annoying. But I'm really into podcasts again. Like, I feel like when I don't want to read, I get really into podcasts again. So I have a couple different podcasts that I'm currently bopping between. Of course, Ologies. If you aren't listening to Ologies, highly recommend. It's been my favorite podcast for years, and I'm still listening to backlog episodes because I'm very behind. Obsessed with it though. Okay, Ologies is top tier for me. So that one's amazing. And then I've started the Midnight Library today, which is very fun. It's like you're being told history, but it's like, I don't know, the atmosphere I get is that you're like curled up on the couch by the fireplace in a library being told like real historical things, and there's sound effects that go along with what they're saying. And I've only listened to 1 episode, but very interested to listen to more. Also loving Criminal. It's a very interesting, like, I don't really like true crime stuff. It's too dark, it's too scary for me, but Criminal is really interesting. It's like different cases, and I've listened to like 3 or 4 episodes, and it's very fascinating. Like, the last one I listened to was like how in Florida they have banned you killing birds, like, you know, they're big birds. I can't think of what they're called right now, but it was about this case, and this guy had killed one of the wardens who was there to protect the birds in like that case and stuff. So that was really interesting, like stuff like that. Like, it's not too gruesome and dark, it's just very interesting. And the host's voice, I just want her to narrate everything. Like, her voice is just so soothing. So that one's great. I did listen to 1 episode of My Favorite Murder, which I know people are obsessed with that podcast. I might listen to a few more. I'm not really hooked at the moment, but I'm also gonna try, oh, and then I've started From an Island as well, which is like found footage. Like, I really like fiction podcasts, honestly. Ologies is like the one like non-fiction, like sciencey one that I really like, but I really love like fictional podcasts that are like an audiobook, but aren't. So From an Island is interesting. It's like found footage kind of thing. It's interesting. I'll keep listening to it. And then another podcast I want to try out is the Sabrina Zohar show, which is like dating advice, because I feel like your girl needs it at this point. So I might try out her podcast for that. So truly have quite the array. We got a little bit of true crime, we got some fiction, got some dating, lifestyle advice. So I'm just really enjoying podcasts right now, just something low key. And then I'm really getting into meditating at night. I don't know if it's truly doing something for me or not, but I have slept so hard the last couple of nights, like no dreams, just like dead asleep. And I don't know if it's because of the meditation or what, but I'm really enjoying that. So I'm going to keep doing that this week and see if that truly makes a difference in my sleep, because I've just been sleeping through the night, which did not happen at all last week. Or, you know, could have just been I had extremely high anxiety, you know? So yeah. So I feel like there's another update that I wanted to give y'all. I did want to give a quick update because I was just editing last week's vlog, and I feel like I do a really bad job of like, I'll tell you something in a vlog and I'll be like, I'll make sure to update you on that. Or like, I feel like sometimes you guys don't get resolution on things that I may mention. And one of those said things is that horrible pain that I thought was appendicitis. Well, it's definitely not, because it's kind of gone away, but I still get it really, really bad. And I'm now starting to think it might be more of a different issue. So I'm trying to get an appointment with an OBGYN to see if maybe they can do a little bit more investigating, because I've had the same exact issue actually for several months now, and it's just been getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And I had seen a doctor when it first started happening, and they did a full-blown ultrasound, like a full-blown ultrasound, if you know what I mean. Like, it was interesting. And they're like, you're fine, there's nothing there. I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's good, but like, it's getting worse. So I had gone to like a primary doctor, which I'm really starting to not trust anymore, because every time I go to them, they always say I'm fine. And then I go to a specialist and they're like, you've been suffering with this horrible disease for your whole life. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know. So I'm just really starting to not trust my primary doctor anymore, because they don't seem to know what to do. So I've just been seeing specialists because they're the only ones who seem to know anything about anything. So I'm not trying to put down doctors, but I'm just saying my particular primary doctor, she's just like a pill pusher at this point. So I'm really not interested in seeing her, because my issues never get resolved. Like, I had gone to her at the beginning before I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's, and, you know, was telling her all my symptoms, and she's like, yeah, you're fine. I'm like, okay. So I go see an endocrinologist, whatever, whoever deals with thyroid stuff. And he's like, oh yeah, you have Hashimoto's. I'm like, what? So I don't know. I think specialist is just the way to go at this point. So I called to make an appointment today and heard nothing back, because no one answered the phone, so I left a voicemail. So I think I'll try to call them again tomorrow, because this is like a very abnormal pain. And it's coming along with symptoms that I think are quite concerning, and I don't quite want to get into it on the internets, but let's just say it's not great. And let's just say I've kind of been on my period for like 2 weeks now. Like, I'm going into week 2, and it's not been fun at all. So hopefully I can get an appointment to see them and maybe get some answers on things, maybe get a diagnosis. I don't know. I have some suspicions as to what it might be, especially considering I have Hashimoto's, which is a hormonal issue, and it affects, unfortunately, the rest of my hormones in my body. So we'll just see. But I've just been in like a really bad headspace since being ghosted, because this just keeps happening and happening and happening, and I have a really hard time not thinking it's a me issue, but it kind of can't be a me issue because it has nothing to do with me. Like, I'm not the one ghosting people, it's these guys who are ghosting me. And if you know, going back through our messages, we were nothing but like bantering and like having a great time in conversations. I saw nothing wrong with anything that we were saying. It's just them not wanting to respond now at this point. So I'm just trying to believe that it is a them issue, not me. really hard for me to think that because I just want to assume everything's my fault. And I'm just gonna try to just let it go. You know, just try to let it go, move on, get back into like, you know, my daily routine of, you know, podcast, reading, crafting, working out, and just enjoying that. And just keep trying, I guess. And also, I think, you know, in the future, I just need to stop getting so excited when I start forming a connection with someone. I think it's because I've just been so alone my whole life. That sounds really sad, but it's just true. Like, I've had a hard time making friends. I've had extremely hard time making romantic connections of any kind. So I just get really excited when someone like seems to have genuine interest in me and like we can talk and I have someone to talk to that's like not family and stuff. So I just gotta maybe not be so excited and just like, you know, not lower my expectations, but just, I guess, lower my expectations of the guys, but keep my standards high. I don't know if that makes any sense, but whatever. It'll happen when it happens, I guess, as much as I hate that saying. But anywho's, I'm gonna go and I will chat with you all later. Well, howdy. It is Wednesday. It was a really fast day at work, which was great. I spent most of the day actually working at our employee appreciation lunch, which was really nice. So I was working check-in, checking people in as they came, and it was great. Quite a few people came and lunch was pretty good. And so I worked from like 10 to 2 there. So really, there wasn't a whole lot to do today at work, which was great. So, just want to pop on here, give you all a reading update. I am currently reading The Battle Drum. It is the only book I'm currently reading because, as I have probably mentioned, really struggling with reading right now. And this seems to be a universal problem across my friend group at the moment because me and Steph literally cannot listen to audiobooks right now. Like, we are one and the same. Like, I had mentioned that I can only listen to podcasts right now. Like, audiobooks are just giving me the ick. And Steph's like, oh, same, like, can't listen to audiobooks, but I can listen to podcasts. So I guess that's a good thing. And then I also revamped my playlist that I've been listening to a lot. I don't know why, but I get really sick of hearing some songs. Even if they're not like my favorite, I just get really sick of hearing them to the point where I'm just like irrationally angry because I keep hearing the song. So I went through my playlist on Spotify. I just call it bops, because they're my bops. It's like music I listen to in the car and stuff. So I went through and deleted a bunch of songs that have just been bugging me because I keep skipping them, because I want my playlist to be pretty unskippable. Like, I want me to enjoy pretty much every song unless there's one I'm just not in the mood for at the time. But I've been skipping a lot of songs because they've just been annoying me. So that was really nice. Finally did that. Put some new songs on there by artists I've either never heard of or artists that I love and just haven't added more music from yet. But yeah, reading update. So I think I've only gotten 45 pages into this since I started it the other day, but I am quite enjoying it. Love that this book had a recap of The Final Strife. Not that I really forgot a lot because The Final Strife was like a really highly rated book for me. I did remember quite a bit of it, but I did really appreciate having a little recap. So only 45 pages into this, but having a great time. Really hoping to dedicate more time to reading it this weekend. This weekend's a tad busy. I'm helping my mom set up her new computer, which we were going to do last weekend, but I felt so horribly sick that I did not really feel like doing that. So we're doing it not tomorrow, Saturday morning. I'm going to get up early and go over there, and it shouldn't take too long. Hold on, the cats are annoying me with their eating, so I gotta move. You know your misophonia is bad when you can't even handle hearing your own cats eat food. So moved as far away as I could from them. So yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, this weekend. So yeah, it is kind of busy, but I'm hoping that computer setup doesn't take too long. Really, it's just backing up my parents' old computer and making sure that backs up successfully, and then get the new one running successfully, and then we can clean the old one, like completely restart it to nothing, and then box it up and ship it back to Apple. And it's so old, they're just gonna recycle it. So they've had this computer for a very long time, and I helped my parents buy this new one, and I'm excited to see it. I have not touched a new iMac because they are stupid expensive, but I would very much like to play with them because I'm such a tech nerd that I would love to like see one in person. But Anyways, and then on Sunday, I think my dad is gonna come up and help me do a few house things. I need to change the water filter, and I can do it by myself, but there's some other things that he's gonna do. He wanted to clean my furnace. I'm like, okay. And so I think we're just gonna do the water filter and the furnace, and I think that's about it. So, besties, real quick. The leaves are changing. I'm not even kidding. And this is like a kind of an Alaskan superstition, I suppose, but it truly seems to be real every year. There's this flower called fireweed that grows in Alaska. I'll pop in a picture here. It's gorgeous. I love it. It is growing everywhere. It's one of my favorites. I literally have tons of it all around my house. It's so pretty. But I don't know where this superstition came from, if it's like an Alaskan native thing or if it's just something someone made up. I have no clue. Maybe editing me will pause and add some more info. Howdy, this is Editing Me here, popping in to confirm this is an Alaska Native legend that once the fireweed has gone to cotton, as they say, which means that it's like pure white, it's not blooming anymore, that we have 6 weeks until winter. Essentially, what I know is that when the fireweed goes to cotton, is what we call it. Again, I will be showing you a picture. It means that there is 6 weeks until winter. And I really don't know where this came from, but it is honestly very accurate. And this happened last year, and we had a pretty early winter, and a lot of the fireweed that I'm seeing has like 2 rows of flowers left. And it seems about every week a row of flowers die off and turn to cotton. So once the entire thing is full of cotton, that means we have 6 weeks until winter. So I genuinely think we're gonna have a very early winter. There are so many yellow leaves right now. Like, it's obviously very green as well, but there is a lot of yellow. And not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited. But at the same time, fall is literally like 2 weeks here and then it's winter. So that just means winter's almost here, y'all. I don't know if I'm ready for that, but I am excited that the weather is cooling off a little bit because I was not enjoying 80 degrees every single day. That was not a good time. So we'll see what happens, but I guarantee you it's probably gonna be snowing by my birthday. So anyways, yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. Physically, no, but mentally, I feel like I've kind of gotten over being ghosted. I feel like I took it really hard this time, which I don't know why, but I'm kind of trying to reevaluate why this keeps happening, and I think I found a similar pattern. And I think the pattern is every time these guys would talk to me about cars, like classic cars, pretty soon after that conversation, because I have a classic car, like pretty soon after that conversation, they stop talking to me. And I think that's because they feel emasculated that a woman has a nicer car than them. Like, I'm not trying to brag, but I truly think that's what it is. Because if I don't talk about the car, they seem to want to talk to me more. Which doesn't always seem to be the case, because there's this other guy, we chatted a little bit, and then he started to get really weird messages, and I'm like, no, that's not it. But we didn't talk about the car. So he just started sending me really weird messages, so we unmatched. But like, I don't know. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe these guys are just so insecure about themselves they can't handle a woman having a nicer car than them. And like, seriously, not trying to brag. I'm just stating facts. So maybe if I just don't talk about my CUDA anymore, maybe that will help. But at the same time, I feel like that's really ridiculous that I shouldn't talk about something that I love and enjoy just so these men feel better about themselves. Like, I don't know. I feel like this is just a terrible day and age to be dating, to be honest, because it's just all about hookup culture and not really finding genuine true connections is what I'm gathering, because that's what half the messages are like either false promises of, yeah, let's go on a date, let's do this, and then I get ghosted, or guys looking for hookups. That's all it is. It's really unfortunate. So we're just gonna keep going, but I did tell myself that I think next summer I really want to try maybe joining like a recreational sports team. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but I was kind of thinking there is like a softball team that's just like a co-ed, they call it, where it's like men and women can play, and it's like pretty low stakes. They're not playing to compete. And I just thought that'd be fun, like do something different, get involved a little bit, because I just feel so isolated, and all I do is stay home all the time, which, don't get me wrong, I do love. But I feel like I just need to maybe broaden my horizons a little bit, maybe make some connections. Like, I do have book club, which is great, but as I'm becoming more active, I do want to stay more active and do activities that are more active. So I might look into that. I've also been really seriously considering buying a really nice bike. Like, I'm thinking, you know, like $500 plus nice bike. And I have one kind of picked out in my mind, and maybe like join a cycling group. Like, that would be super fun, because I can do like an easy 20-mile ride on my stationary bike, which I know is completely different than like being outside cycling. But it makes me think, like, well, if I could easily do 20 miles on my indoor bike, I could probably do that outside, and like with a group would be fun. So I don't know, I'm kind of keeping that in my mind for next year, because I say next year because a lot of those sports and groups are winding down for the season, and like August is kind of their last month of activities, and it just seems silly to me to join in for like 3 weeks and then never see them until next year. So also, I want to be at a lower weight than I am now to participate in sports like that, so I could like keep up better. So I'm just gonna keep getting stronger, keep losing weight, and maybe next year I'll look into like some sports or something. Because some of my coworkers, I've overheard them talk about, like, one of my coworkers is on a soccer team and he just does it for fun, and that's kind of what I want, you know, just like have a team, something to look forward to, and like something to keep me active and keep me, you know, I don't know, doing something different. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm just gonna keep being happy single, because I truly am happy single. I'm not like looking for someone to like be my other half. I kind of don't believe in that. I feel like I'm looking for someone who will complement my life. And honestly, I've seen this Instagram reel a couple times, and like using that audio of like, oh, you're not competing against any other guys, you're competing against me. How will you make me happier than I make myself, you know, or something like that. It's like, honestly though, like I am so content doing my little crafts, playing my little cozy games, reading my books, listening to my podcast, and I'm financially stable by myself too. So like, that's not a factor in finding a relationship. It's truly about like genuine connection, genuine intention, and, you know, really liking somebody. That's all I'm really looking for, but apparently that's too much to ask for. So anyways, sorry to keep blabbing about that, but it's just been something that's been on my mind, and yeah. So anywho's, I'm gonna get ready for bed. I do want to give another quick update. I've mentioned that I've been meditating every single night before bed, and honestly, I cannot wake up in the morning. And like, I don't know if that's because I'm meditating at night, but I'm like so comfortable in bed, and I'm so relaxed, and like I don't wake up in the middle of the night anymore, and I'm just like dead to the world, and like I don't want to wake up. So that's kind of a good thing, I guess. I just feel like I'm getting really deep, meaningful sleep. And again, I don't know if that's the meditation, I don't know if it's anything really, but it has been really nice to like actually sleep this week. So anywho's, did I also tell you I have an appointment next week to get checked out for all my issues that I've been experiencing the past like 2 weeks? Yeah, I finally got in. I'm seeing a specialist, and I'm nervous, but also really looking forward to hopefully getting some answers. I'm just so tired as a woman going to the doctor, being told you're fine, and like I'm in the worst pain in my life, in tears, like at the doctor's office, and like, oh no, that's normal, you're supposed to experience that. I'm like, are you sure about that? Like, I'm just so sick of hearing that going to the doctor. And if it's not that, it's you should lose weight. It's like, really? Wow, I had no idea that I should lose weight. Yeah, no clue. That's a new idea. It's just like, why is being a woman so hard sometimes? You know, it's like, wild. Anyways, seriously gonna stop yapping, and I'll chat with you all later. Hi, it's 9:30 on a Thursday. Got a piece of bread and just got home from book club. What a way to start a clip. But yeah, I'm really hyper because of book club. They are just the best. I just love my book club. Like, I've been going to this book club. It started out with just like 3 of us, and it was actually the original Barnes & Noble YA book club is where I met the original OG book clubbers. And then we did the YA book club for a while, and then we kind of just like, we weren't enjoying the books, so we decided to just do our own thing, and we started hosting our own book club. And at first we were doing it at Barnes & Noble, and then we decided, you know what, let's do dinner. So whoever's turn it is picks a restaurant, and you host book club. You like ask all the questions, you have the book pick and stuff. So that's what we've done, and it's just grown and grown. It started off with 3, we now have 10, which is honestly the perfect number. And like, we're all like besties, and it's just so fun, and it's like, we get to catch up. So the first part of book club is we go through the questions, do that, and then we pick the next meeting. We hear about the next book, and then we'll go around the whole table and everybody talks about the books that they've read recently. And it's like a 3-hour ordeal. I mean, ordeal sounds horrible, but like, you know what I mean. It's just the best. And it was my turn obviously this time because of the Thursday Murder Club, and a lot of people didn't finish it, which I totally get because I could barely finish it, but it was still super fun. Dinner was like way overpriced. The place that I picked, we've all never been to before, so I just wanted to try something new. In a small town where I live, it's very hard to find places where you've never been before, and this was one of them. And we ate, I got the Alaska seafood chowder because it came with like all this Alaska seafood, which I thought sounded good. And whoever was doing the seafood like was not cleaning the fish and stuff very well, because I kept finding, not fish, but like cleaning the seafood, did not do a very good job because I kept finding shells, and that kind of made me not want to eat it. So it was just also really rich, which I should have thought of because my stomach does not do well with like really rich dishes. But it came with a salad, so I ate that. And then, of course, we all got to get a sweet treat. So they had mousse. And I'm very, very, like, skeptical on ordering mousse because it's usually not good. Like, there's several restaurants around town that have mousse, and it's always disgusting. Like, they don't know how to make mousse. I will say, this place made the best mousse I have ever ordered at a restaurant, ever. Like, I gotta say, my homemade mousse is pretty dang good, but that one might even be better than mine. It was truly incredible, and I shared it with a bestie, of course. I just love, we just pass each other's drinks around. Oh, and I also ordered a really good pineapple spritzer, like, alcohol drink. Very, very good, went down very, very smooth. And I tried my first beer tonight because I've always been kind of scared of beer. I didn't think I'd like it, and one of my besties was like, you need to try this. I think you're gonna like it. And I tried it, and it actually wasn't bad. It actually wasn't bad. So yeah, and of course I sampled everybody else's drinks as well. We just like passed it around. If you order a drink, you pass it around, everyone tries a sip. And that's how we all got each other sick several times. But it's fine. We're family at this point, it's fine. So it was a great book club. Had some exciting news from one of my friends, which was very, very cool for her. And yeah, so I'm really excited for our next book. It is called Martin the Warrior. It's like, it's actually honestly a series that I have been wanting to read since I was like a little kid and just never have. And I'm really excited to read. We're reading book 6 of the series, but the person who picked it said that these are basically all kind of standalone books, essentially. So I'm really excited. I ordered it on Amazon because it was literally like $8. I'm like, that is so cheap. So I went ahead and ordered it, and it'll be here Saturday. So I like to order physical books of book club books, or at least I'm trying to do that, so like I can sit down and like really focus on it. But then he also told us that the audiobook is incredible. It's a full cast narration with like all the bells and whistles. So I'm also gonna listen to the audiobook and follow along physically. But anyways, I'm gonna eat my piece of focaccia bread. I don't know why, I really just wanted a piece of bread when I got home. And I gotta like settle down from book club because it's just such like, it's such a rush of like dopamine that my brain just can't comprehend that, and I'm just super hyper and wired for a while. So I gotta calm down for a little bit, and then I'll try to go to sleep. But oh my gosh, I have a juicy story for you all. Are you ready? All right, you will not believe who I heard from today. I had a text when I woke up this morning from somebody who had ghosted me for a whole week, and it's the guy I'm talking to. Okay, he needs like a code name. Let's go with Pineapple. Pineapple is the name I use for every guy I've ever had a crush on in school, and it's kind of my MO at this point. So Pineapple. Got a text from Pineapple today. Was not expecting that. I thought he was long gone out of here, honestly. Like we're still matched, but I just figured, you know, he wasn't interested anymore. But he texted me today and I'm like, oh, so you do exist. So we'll see what he says for being gone for a whole week. Like if he has a really valid, legitimate excuse. I almost said miscuse. That is no. I think I was trying to say mistake and excuse at the same time, and that didn't work. Like if he has a legitimate reason for not like texting at all for a full 7 days, I can see it in myself to like forgive him, because I feel something here, maybe. It's really hard to tell over text. We really need to like go on a date and figure this out, you know? I have a hard time like getting to know someone just through text. Like if I don't ever put like a name to a face in person, it just, my brain starts to just go haywire and starts to create this false person, and it's like not real, and my brain gets really excited about that because I'm creating the best person that I want to see, but it's not them, you know? It's annoying. So hopefully we could plan a date sooner, because it's like I don't want to be a pen pal. Like, yeah, I enjoy talking to you, but like we need to bring this in person. Like no more texting. Like come on, commit to a date and let's do it. Come on. So we'll see what happens, but I don't know. I've just been listening to more podcasts about like, you know, in your 20s, life, dating and stuff like that. And it's been really helpful actually to like kind of rewire my brain and not get so crazy. Maybe that's not the right like description, but I just get really attached. Like if I'm talking to someone and we have like a lot in common, I just get very attached quite quickly, and like I just want to do a lot with this person. Like I want to bond, like I want to go do stuff, and you know, I think I just need to like chill out, you know, be a little more on the cool side, not so much like hyper excited puppy. But I feel like I'm gonna sneeze now, and so anyways, I'm gonna finish my bread and get ready for bed. That kind of rhymes. I don't know. That drink was not strong, which makes me think that it might have been actually really strong. I don't know, because I didn't feel it at all, but I might be. I don't know. I did eat dinner, so it's fine. I only had one drink. It's fine. It's fine. I am getting actually kind of tired now. My throat hurts from talking because we were like screaming and laughing and being obnoxious as we do. And I'm really excited. We have a birthday party to go to. I say we. I have a birthday party to go to this weekend for one of my book club besties, and so I went and got him a Barnes & Noble gift card, and I'm excited. It's cowboy themed. I'll show you my outfit in the next vlog. I did get all of it in this week, and it looks incredible if I do say so myself. The boots are amazing, the hat is amazing, the belt buckle, it's just perfection. So anywho's, I'm gonna go and try to get a couple of pages read in my book. I'm loving the battle drum, honestly. It's a great time, and I'll chat with them all later. Hello friends, happy Friday. It has been an extremely productive evening. I am exhausted and I am ready to sit down, honestly, for the rest of the night. So it's been a crazy day at work. My supervisor was gone unexpectedly all week, so I was like doing a bunch of stuff that people were asking her to do, so I was doing it, and she was back today and found out that she has to go to an all-week training next week, so she's like basically not going to be in the office, which is fine. We got a lot of stuff done today that we would have probably gotten done next week, but we did it all today. So really, we're like really caught up for grant stuff, which is great. So it should be a pretty slow, easy week next week, which I'm looking forward to. But let's get into a reading update. So I'm currently still reading The Battle Drum, which is the second book in the Final Strife series. I am at the moment 131 pages into this on chapter 12, and I'm loving this. I have gasped out loud several times at this book. There is a big cliffhanger on the final strife, and I'm like, I gotta read this book soon. Of course, soon meant months later, but I'm finally reading it, and oh my gosh, like things are starting to connect, and it's like really mind-boggling, and this world is really expanding in this book, and I'm just so eager to see how that's going to affect our characters. So really enjoying this one. Honestly, it's giving 5-star feels, which is exciting. Honestly, I think just one book at a time is really working for me, because I can really dedicate all my brain cells to a book instead of trying to like remember all these different plots and feel like I'm rushing through books. Which is ironic, because that was the whole goal that I had for reading this year, was to slow down on reading and enjoy what I'm reading rather than power through books. And I really didn't get the memo until August, which is fine, I guess. But it's annoying that I like continually just push myself to read. I feel like I have to for content, but if you guys don't mind, I don't mind more chill lifestyle-y vlogs with mentions of reading. So if y'all are okay with that, I'm probably gonna keep doing that. So that's how that's going. And then I also got some book mail today. We're gonna open these up. They're both from Barnes, and I think one of them is a book that I think Barnes & Noble lost for a minute and then finally found. So pretty. So as you probably know, I've been buying one book every time I finish the Blood Mercy series. Like I've been buying the book that I just finished of the series. So I recently purchased Blood Sanctuary Part 1 because I did read this in July, I think. No, I finished it in August, so I was able to buy it. And I'm excited. This is so far my least favorite book in the series. So it's making me nervous to pick up Part 2, which I will be doing. But if I end up DNFing this series, I'm not going to keep buying the books, which is the whole point of me only buying one at a time. So if I don't like the series, then I don't have a bunch of like unread books on my shelves, which has happened many times. So I've really been enjoying buying the books as I read them, so when I do get them in the mail, I can immediately count them as being read, because I have read this. Why are these always so difficult to open? Okay, yeah, this is the book that I thought Barnes & Noble lost, but it's literally just taken a month to get here, which is ridiculous. And that is The Seventh Veil of Salome, which is by Silvia Moreno Garcia. This is the latest book by this author, and I thought this was going to be horror, but looking at Goodreads, this is classified as historical fiction, which I don't love, but I'm gonna still give it a chance. So let's read what it's about together, because I've honestly forgotten. So it says, a young woman wins the role of a lifetime in a film about a legendary heroine, but the real drama is behind the scenes in this sumptuous historical epic from the author of Mexican Gothic. So it's set in the 1950s. Every actress wants to play Salome, the star-making role in a big budget movie about the legendary woman whose story has inspired artists since ancient times. So in the film's mercurial director cast Vera Larwes, an unknown Mexican ingenue? Oh god, there's some big words in here. In the lead role, she quickly becomes the talk of the town. Vera also becomes an object of envy for Nancy Harlot. Holly is just being super annoying. She's like trying to crawl up my chair, and it's like, would you not please? Okay, where was I? A bit player whose career has stalled and who will do anything to win the fame she believes she richly deserves. So interesting. I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about this one. Honestly, I'm really disappointed this is not horror. I thought it was gonna be, you know, horror, but it's historical fiction. So we'll see when I get around to this, but this cover is quite intriguing. So that's what I got for book mail. I don't really have any other updates for y'all. I just feel like week just like flew by, and not much happened. Did I tell y'all there was an employee appreciation lunch on Wednesday? That was really fun. That was great. We do love an appreciation lunch. So yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say other than I did subscribe to a couple of subscribe and save things on Amazon, which honestly is amazing, because for some reason I completely forget to buy cat food. Like, I have a ton of cat food, like don't get me wrong, my cats are being fed, but I just always forget to order until I'm like really needing it. So I'm like, you know what, I should really set up subscribe and save so I can save money, and also just it'll just get here when it gets here and I don't have to think about it. So I also can't find the cat's food in town, especially Margot's food, because what she eats is so weird that I can't find it where I live. So I have to get it from Amazon. So I went ahead and set that up like last week, and I got an order. I actually set up a bunch of like house stuff as well, like some cleaning supplies and like mouthwash and like, you know, personal care stuff like that, which is gonna be such a lifesaver because a lot of that stuff I can't buy in bulk in town either, but I can buy it in bulk from Amazon and save money. So really glad I signed up for that, and I might, you know, adjust the timings of it, but I have Margot's food arriving like every month or every 2 months because she gets 1 packet a day, so that'll be perfect. And then Holly's food I have coming every 5 weeks just to make sure I have enough. Like I have 3 cases of her food right now, which is like 3 months worth, but just to like, you know, keep it in stock in case something ever happens where it might be like late or whatever. So yeah, that was really nice. So now it's subscribed, I'm saving money and I don't have to think about it. And then I also subscribed, like I said, for like mouthwash and a couple other things that I just always forget. And some vitamins too, because some of my vitamins I can't always find in town and I have to take them. Like I have to take my iron supplement because your girl's anemic, so gotta take my iron, and it can be hard to find in town sometimes. Plus, why are vitamins so expensive? Like I literally take a probiotic that is $50. Like what is wrong with that? Like that is ridiculous. But anyways, I am so brain dead and so exhausted. Like I'm just physically tired. Like as soon as I got home, I actually had to cat sit because I'm cat sitting for like the next week. So I went and did my cat sitting chores, and then I came home, had a quick dinner, relaxed for like 30 minutes, got up, put in my screamo metal music, which I've just been really enjoying for some reason. I seriously have such a wide range of genres of music, and here comes an airplane, which anyways, I will literally listen to anything. Like I'll listen to any genre of music, but I've been really into like early 2000s like screamo rock, and it's been amazing. Like I'm having a great time. So I listened to that as loud as I possibly could while I did chores. I vacuumed, I mopped, I cleaned the fish tank, I cleaned the bathrooms. Okay, this might be really weird to say, but you know you're an adult when you get excited about buying a toilet cleaner. Like, are you kidding me? I bought this new like toilet cleaner wand thing last week, and it's a game changer, okay? This thing is nice, really nice. Like what I was doing before was not even close to what this thing can do. And yeah, it kind of does produce a lot of waste because it's only single use little cleaner thing, but it does do a really good job cleaning, and like the toilet like looks amazing the whole week. So that's another thing I added to my subscribe and save, was every 6 months to get more of those little tabs. So anyways, very excited about all that. And yeah, so anyways, what I was saying was I basically cleaned the entire house, and then I went and got a workout in and closed my rings because I was like, well, I could skip a workout, it's like 8:30. I'm like, no, we're gonna be consistent and we're gonna do our workout regardless of what time it is. Like, go get it done, girl, because I skipped it yesterday because of book club. Book club was super fun. I'm really excited for our next book, which you'll hear about in my September hopefuls video, which I cannot believe it's gonna be September in like 2 weeks. That is just insane. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. Another thing I'm not going to think about is all the yellow leaves that I keep seeing falling. Like, where is the time going? It's just disappearing. So anywho's, yeah, so I'm ready to relax. I think I'm gonna watch more of Love is Blind UK because I'm addicted, and might play some of my cozy game on my computer and just relax. And of course, get some reading done tonight, but it is like 9:40 p.m. Like I literally have just sat down like since starting this clip. So it feels good to relax, and I hope to do so the rest of the night. So thank you all so very much for watching another weekly reading vlog, and I hope they're entertaining. Like, I hope they're not boring. I hope they're not cringy or weird, but I kind of like to think of them as like a verbal diary, I guess. That sounds really weird. That sounds really cringy, actually. I just feel like they're just a nice way to like talk through things for myself, but also if anyone else is like going through something similar, like, you know, I don't know. So it's just nice to chat with y'all. Like, I truly feel like we're just, you know, FaceTiming a friend. You just put me on the background and I'll just be background noise or body doubling for you or whatever is useful. Like, you know, I don't know. So anywho's, I'm gonna go and stop rambling and I will see you all in another video soon. Goodbye!